routine be of me trying to make a funny joke or tell a funny story that in reality isn't that funny. I'm not the most sentimental person either, but I think if I started talking about all the nostalgia I have, I would only get through a couple of minutes. So after several hours of desperately trying to come up with something that wasn't really a reflection of who I am, I realized that the one thing I'm the best at is honesty. There is a reason why in our freshman skit I was shown writing a strongly worded letter. So if I'm being honest, I would stand up here for an hour and it still would not be enough time. No amount of words can explain how swimming shapes you as a person. No one but a swimmer will understand the bond you form with the group of individuals you train 100 miles a week with. There will never be enough time to thank everyone who has helped me become the woman I am today. And no matter how long I spend writing it, I will never be able to fully express my gratitude for this team, my coaches, or my family. Honestly, senior year is a lot harder than you would think. Yes, the classes are easy, and yes, you can finally drink legally. That shouldn't have been funny. But it is hard to not think about the fact that this is the last time you will be doing most of these things. This year I had my last swim practice. I had my last meal in Annenberg at the senior brunch, my last scorpion bowl at the comm, and entirely too soon I will have my last day as an undergrad. But honestly, there has been one thing this year that will never be my last. And it has been the only thing holding back my tears when I think about how much I'm going to miss Harvard and how badly I don't want to leave. This year will not be my last lesson. I don't mean academically because I'm going to medical school where I have 4 more years of classes and then another 3 years of residency. I mean that this will not be the last time that the women in this room teach me something, whether it is about myself or life in general. Because the theme of my speech is honesty, and since I've already put out the disclaimer that spoken words are not powerful enough to fully express my emotions right now, I want to take this opportunity to thank my teammates, coaches, and family for just a few of the many things they have taught me over the past 4 years. Steph, Amanda, Kyle, my club coach Sean Smith, and the rest of the training staff. Thank you for showing me that people believe in me. I never thought I'd be able to get into Harvard, but Sean taught me to always believe in myself and never be afraid to strive for the impossible. Steph, Amanda, and Kyle. I never thought that I would swim again after my injury sophomore year. But you 3 have taught me that I am stronger than I thought, braver than I believe, and smarter than I think. Kelsey and Marissa, thank you for teaching me that it is more important to live in the moment than it is to worry what people think about you. This year, our training trip was one that I will remember for the rest of my life, not only because of the exotic location, but because it was my first time on a European beach. Because after all, when in Rome, Anna, thank you for teaching me to not take crap from anyone. At HYP my junior year, an unruly Princeton fan was inappropriately heckling our divers while they were on the boards. While all of us were getting a little annoyed at this unsportsmanlike conduct, Anna actually had the guts to stand up, turn around, point her finger in that person's face, and say, rude, just rude. I think my mouth was hanging open for several minutes after this interaction because I had never imagined that someone would actually have the guts to do that. Anna, thank you for teaching me that there is always a way to stand up for yourself without losing your class, and that it is never acceptable to be disrespected. Sherry, thank you for teaching me that it is not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. The distance lane this year I had to do a timed mile before practice. I was at the pool early doing physical therapy, and I saw Sherry eating a Panera sandwich that was almost as big as she was. I was baffled that she could be eating this much food just a few minutes before she was going to swim a mile for time. There was absolutely no way she was going to finish in one piece. Sherry told me not to worry about it, and that she and Steph were experimenting with getting her to be heavier when she swam. And then Sherry proceeded to nearly break 17 minutes. Sherry, thank you for teaching me that you are only confined by the mental walls you build yourself. Taylor, thank you for teaching me to never give up. Not only are you my teammate and roommate, but you are my best friend. I have never met anyone that can keep such a positive attitude with such a difficult injury. I especially don't know how you managed to become fluent in Chinese, French, and Arabic, all the while still being able to give Martha Stewart a run for her money in scrapbooking. Thank you for teaching me that as women, we really can do it all. Being a sweet, creative, Pinterest-loving Miss Midwest, and a badass in the work world. Dream Team 14. I think just by the fact that we gave a nickname to ourselves sums this up pretty well. Thank you for teaching me that family is not always genetic. I have never had a sister before, but my freshman year, I got the 6 of you, and I don't know what I would have done without you guys. Whether it was Deeds talking enough so that I wasn't incredibly awkward when I talked to boys, or Kyle not pretending to not know me when I was almost thrown out of the airport by a US Airways customer service rep. You all will always be my family, even if we are tall and small and spread out all over the country. Rob. For anyone who doesn't know, this dapper gentleman is my brother and friend, more commonly known as Bear. So Bear, thank you for being the best sibling in the world. If you haven't been able to tell, I really, really, really like being in your shadow. I started swimming because you did. I followed you to the same high school. I followed you to the same college. And if I could, I would follow you to New York and San Francisco. You are my biggest hero and biggest inspiration, and have literally and figuratively saved my life on multiple occasions. You are the smartest, most driven, most athletic, and most generous person I know, and I'm so lucky to call you my brother. Thank you for being my role model the last 21 years. This didn't happen when I practiced, so I know what's going on. Mom, I had to save the best for last, and I really hope that I can actually finish this. Mom, thank you for everything. I'm sorry to all the other parents in the room right now, but I truly believe that I have the best mom in the world. Mom, you are my biggest supporter, my superhero, my sister according to the guys at Home Depot, and my very best friend in the entire world. You saved Rob and I from a horrible family situation, and you gave up everything for us. This is a lot harder than it looks. You're the strongest woman I've ever known. You're beautiful, elegant, put together, intelligent, a kick-ass doctor, and everything I aspire to be as a woman. Thank you for driving me to every practice, working extra hours so I could go to all the meets I needed to, and for not disowning me when I quite frankly acted like a complete brat. Thank you for teaching me that it's not about where you come from, but rather where you are going. Thank you for teaching me to choose happiness. Thank you for teaching me that mommies are the best kinds of friends. Thank you for teaching me to stand up for what I believe in. Thank you for teaching me how to handle out-of-line boys. And most importantly, even though I hate to admit it, thank you for teaching me that Bender is always right. And so, HWSD, my coaches, and my family, honestly, I wish you could feel the gratitude, inspiration, and love that I feel in my heart for all of you. Thank you for teaching me these last 4 years, because I know that I have not been the easiest student. So with the hardest part of senior year coming up entirely too soon, I will need the reassurance that this will not be my lesson I learned from all of you. Even though I still have plenty of school left, I know that I've already had my best teacher.